Yo, this is Real Talker E. Welcome to the locker room. We talk nothing but basketball. Now, there's a lot that went on in the NBA in the last couple of days, and I need you guys to really focus up right here. First thing we're gonna talk about, obviously, we cannot go without talking about our Lakers and Warriors game. Now, this game had a lot of back and forth, so much back and forth, bro. And then eventually in the first quarter, the Lakers go up by like 12 points, I believe it was. It was some type of double-digit lead, and the Warriors try to fight back. Second quarter, they're fighting back. I think they even cut it down. First, it was to 10 because it was a 17-point lead. They cut it down to 10. Then they cut it down to 5. And the Lakers bring it back to 9. And then it was a double-digit lead going into the half. Come out the half, and the Lakers are balling. On all cylinders, their offense is clicking. The defense is clicking. The Warriors have no response. They can't do anything. They're too small. Anthony Davis had 9 points and 10 rebounds in the first quarter. That's insane. And it was a lot, like I'm telling you, bro, it was a lot of just like Lakers. Fourth quarter, I don't think anybody played. I don't think any starters played. I think it was just the bench. And at that point, I already tuned out because, it was like, what am I watching? Like, there's no way the Warriors are going to pull this comeback. Now, last year Warriors, 2-3 years ago Warriors, yeah, I would watch that because they were going to pull this comeback. They're going to hit 4 threes and they're right back in it. But this year Warriors, no, not happening. And I was not going to waste my time doing that. Just not possible. A couple of things I want to talk about. One, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, terrible games. Terrible shooting games, terrible games. I mean, Game 6 Klay did not show up. This was not Game 6 Klay. This was not who I'm used to seeing in the playoffs. And I saw some people saying, oh, Game 6 Klay is a myth. People need to stop saying no, but it's not a myth. Go look throughout history. Game 6 Klay is a real thing. For some reason, he chooses Game 6 to really show up. And I don't think it's on purpose neither. I think it's really by accident. And it just happens. But that's how he got his name, Game 6 Klay. It's not a myth. And you tune in, yeah, like when they were playing the Warriors and Lakers, and they were just not there. He had a terrible game. Jordan Poole had a terrible game. Draymond Green trying to be ha kiki with everybody, trying to be LeBron James' best friend. He trying to make sure he gets some type of money with LeBron this offseason. He not really trying to win for real. He not really trying to get past this round for real. He not really trying to get another ring for real. He want to get LeBron James another ring. And it just like was not happening, bro. Draymond Green by himself, single-handedly, ruined this whole season for the Warriors. Before it even started, this man punching his own teammates and the video leaked online. And then you go in the regular season, he's playing terrible. He's getting a whole bunch of texts. He's, got more texts than how much is allowed in the regular season. Got suspended. Bro, like, there's so much stupid things, bro. He's over here stomping on people when they're on the floor. I get it. Like, even though he got his foot grabbed, his leg grabbed, whatever, he still cannot be stomping on people's, this part of the area, body part. It's just not something you should be doing, especially from a 4-time champion. And then you get to this series and he's kikiing with LeBron like they in high school at the lunch table. Like, why are you sitting here making jokes with LeBron? Like, LeBron is sitting here trying to win. He's trying to do what he's supposed to do, what he got to do, and you're sitting kikiing all over the place. Like, you're just gonna, like, he's just gonna hand you this one. Like, he just feels bad for you and Steph Curry, and he wants to help you guys get a fourth ring. Like, LeBron's supposed to care about y'all, not his own legacy. It's weird, bro. Get it together, bro. Like, get it together. Next year, the whole Warriors team needs to come back way better. They need to come back together. Klay needs to practice his shooting this time. Do not go on vacation like last time and not practice until September. You need to practice. Everyone else on the Warriors team, they need to practice as well. They were terrible this season. Awful. And on top of that, the Warriors need some more pieces, more defense. Whatever this was not it. Now, We have the Suns going up against the Nuggets for our next game, and this was sad. It was depressing. I'm just tired, bro. Like, I am sick and tired of being tired, of being tired, of being tired, of being tired, of being sick, of being tired. I'm honestly exhausted. How do you consistently lose in the playoffs like this, bro? And how do you lose closeout games at home in the playoffs by 30 plus points 2 years in a row? And why is there no specific like problem you can point to? Why is it just everything? And why is your starting center just so terrible? The man has no willpower. He has no anger in his heart. He's not hungry enough. Like, I don't understand it. And everybody's gonna talk about, oh, Booker and KD just had bad nights. Obviously, they're gonna have bad nights. They were doing everything the last 5 games. They're obviously gonna have bad nights. I'm sorry. In Game 6, Game 7, when it's time to close out, they're going to be guarded differently than all the other games. And other people need to show up. And they didn't. Not a single person showed up. Well, except Cameron Payne, but I ain't gonna lie, he was balling. I don't even know why he didn't take every single shot. To be honest with you, I would have just chucked him up because no one else is hitting nothing. He started off the game like 5 for 5. I don't know why they didn't just give it the ball and tell him, here you go. Just keep chucking, keep shooting. Not a single person was able to make a shot. I think Book started off 2 for 8. KD started off 0 for 5, I think. It was just terrible. They're just shamming. Like, I remember if it was Game 4 or Game 3, Game 4, I think it was, actually. Might have been, no, Game 4, because Game 5 was in Denver. Great game, great fourth quarter, but where the hell was that in Game 6? Couldn't hit a single shot to save his life. He's obviously not going to play defense. Terrence Ross couldn't hit a shot. Can't even blame him. Gotta blame the coach for not playing him all season long. He had 24 games to play him. He didn't see a single second. I don't understand it. TJ Warren, same thing. Jock Landale tried. Everyone else just was not playing hard enough. Your starting point guard consistently and constantly and every single year in the playoffs, when you need him the most, he's injured, he's gone. And when he's there, he's playing too slow. He's hurting the team more than he's helping them. I want to see everybody traded this offseason except Booker, KD, and keep DeAndre Ayton until the trade deadline. Like February 9, February 10, or whatever All-Star weekend is. Keep him until then. If he's not playing good, trade him. Trade him. Because he single-handedly got Monty Williams fired. Single-handedly. By himself. And you can say, oh, it's because the way they lost at home, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, obviously it's because the way they lost at home. And who played a very big part of that? DeAndre Ayton. The man was on vacation before vacation. He gave up on the team before the playoffs even started. He was not really trying to win for real. He's playing with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, 2 Hall of Famers, and a young guy that's, coming into himself and stuff like that. He's 26. The next year is 27. Everybody knows when you're 27, you're basically like in the peak of your career. And DeAndre Ayton decides not to show up. Puts no effort, puts no work in getting better, has no type of willpower. The strongest, the biggest, the tallest person on the court, and he cannot bully ball. He can't just catch it, get up and dunk. He can't stay in front of Jokic, who cannot move, run, jump, probably can't even crawl. Couldn't do anything. How do you expect to win with somebody like this? How do you expect to win with a center like this? Your center needs to be the most aggressive player on the court. Defensively, on the boards. If you throw it up to him, he needs to go get it and get it into the basket aggressively. Get to the free throw line. Man, DA was not doing any of that. It was terrible to see. Terrible. New owners come in, fire Monty Williams. Great guy, beloved coach. I'm not gonna lie to you, very, very, very like torn with this decision. It's very sad to me. He did a lot for this Phoenix team. Obviously, took them from, you know, the worst, the most garbage team in the NBA to taking them to the finals, the second best team in the NBA in 2021, having the best record in team history and in the league. I believe it was last season. This season, he's trying to play hard, trying to get them to play at a certain level. He's trying to coach at a certain level. He has Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, which is added pressure and a terrible bench. A lot of his guys that were starting did not show up. They traded Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson away, which was two guys that he was comfortable with and two guys he was, developing. We were able to see some of Mikal Bridges, development this year. And honestly, I know he's going to get a job somewhere else, but it's going to hurt not to have him here in Phoenix. But at the same time, it might be a time for change, man. It might be time for a new coach. We got a new, duo. But as long as the Suns don't stop making moves here, you need to trade the bench. You need to get better bench pieces. And you need to get better starting pieces too. Help Booker KD out. Maybe Chris Paul is not the answer. Maybe DeAndre Ayton is not the answer. Maybe both of them are not the answer. Maybe the entire bench and both of them are not the answer. Maybe just the bench. Maybe it's the bench and DA. Maybe it's the bench and Chris Paul. Regardless, make moves. And honestly, I would keep Terrence Ross and TJ Warren. I would. I will keep them. I think they have potential to be good scoring options off the bench. Give them this summer. Trade them by the trade deadline if, they're not paying off. Now, how could I possibly talk about the games without talking about our New York Knicks and Miami Heat? And I told everybody it's going to be Heat in 6, and nobody believed me. Everybody was out here screaming, New York! Not happening, buddy. And I'm from New York too, bro. Like, don't get it, Don't get it twisted. I'm from New York. But as long as they have Julius Randle on that team, we're not going nowhere. Randle is never going to be able to win as a leading player on the team. His body language, terrible. His shot selection, terrible. His talent, terrible. All he tries to do is bully ball. And the Heat was not going for that. They were not going for that a single bit. They come out here, they locking in on defense, they playing ball, they doing what they gotta do. Bam Adebayo had like 23 points. Jimmy Butler like 24, I think it was. Might have been like 27, 28. I actually don't even remember. Please don't hold that against me. But they were balling. Going crazy. Now I tell everybody, the Heat are not gonna allow the Knicks to force a game 7. Nobody believed me. I told everybody the Knicks had one more game in them when they won. I believe it was game 5. Nobody believed in me. And now look. And now who's right? I told everybody. Nobody believed me. Not a single person. And who was right? Me. It was not happening. Jalen Brunson came out here. He really tried. He had 41 points. He tried, bro. He can't do everything by himself. He can't. It's like sad, bro. The Knicks need more help for Jalen Brunson. They need more development. They need to make moves, trading wise, big moves, get Randall off the team. That would be amazing. Our next game that we're gonna be talking about, obviously our Sixers and our Celtics series was our best series. It went to 7. There was a lot of back and forth. You know, I forgot the exact order of who won what, but I think the Sixers won one. The Celtics came back and they won game 2. The Sixers, I I don't remember if they won both at home or they split it, but regardless, I actually think they split it. And yes, they did split it. The Celtics win game 2. Sixers come back, win game 4, and now it's a 2-2 series because Celtics also won game 3. And then we go to game 5. The Sixers still won at home. Game 6, the Celtics still won on the road. And then now is game 7 in Boston. And George Niang poked the wrong bear. Now, Jayson Tatum was going to be Jayson Tatum regardless. But when George Niang grabbed Jaylen Brown and Jaylen Brown stopped and started talking to the bench, and they both got teed up, which, by the way, dumb decision by the refs. If somebody's grabbing me and I'm trying to get back into the play, I'm going to be mad, bro. It's game 7. I'm going to be mad. How do you expect me not to respond? And how do you expect me to respond? What do you mean unnecessary taunting of the bench? It was super necessary. I could not think of another time it's necessary to taunt anybody besides that. How you gonna tell me it's unnecessary? But regardless, that right there got the Celtics to play together. It got the fans to come together. It got the fans and the Celtics to just have connection of energy, and it paid off. Tatum goes off with 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in the first half. Second half, he comes out and he's balling in that third quarter. He can't miss a shot. He's hitting threes. He's taking and making tough shots. He's doing everything that he can and everything that he wants. And the Sixers, what can they do? Absolutely nothing. We get to the fourth quarter, and honestly, I thought they were only going to play like 3 minutes and sit down. Nope, they were there till it was 2 minutes left in the game. And Jayson Tatum breaks Steph Curry's most points in a game 7 with 51 points. Now, Steph, against the Kings, game 7, it was like 2 weeks ago, have 50 points. And everybody's like, oh my God, the Warriors look great. Can they win again? They lose to the Lakers. Obviously, whatever era they had, I feel like is over. They could come back next season or whatever, but I feel like it's over. They're not going back to the finals. And Tatum comes out here and he puts up 51 2 weeks later and takes the record. Breaks it. Now he owns the record. And the crazy thing is, the celebration for Steph Curry and the Warriors could not last long. And when they lost, they took 2 losses in the same weekend. It's like they got nothing out of this year's playoffs. They couldn't hold on to a record. They lost to the Lakers. They couldn't push it to 7. They couldn't play defense. It was terrible, bro. But forget them. Jayson Tatum. For somebody that has been having terrible starts, terrible games, for him to come out in game 7 and really show up the way that he did means a lot. Not only for him, not only for us the fans, but for the Celtics team. It shows you no matter what, all it takes is one game and Jayson Tatum to lock in and it's over. Everybody else just got to play complementary to him. And they did so. And when the series was almost over in game 6, he comes on the fourth quarter, hits 4 threes. Goes off for 16 points in the fourth quarter. Says, I'm humbly one of the best players in the world. He said, I am humbly one of the best players in the world. And not a single person on this earth opened their mouth and said otherwise. And you know what he did? Come on Game 7 and really show up and back that statement up. He proved it. Not that he had to, but best believe if he lost this game, people were going to bring that line up. He came out, he proved it. He showed up. He balled out. Now the Sixers are out of the playoffs. Joel Embiid, MVP, 5 out of 18, terrible. James Harden starts the game, terrible. Ends it 3 for 11, horrendous. And then Joel Embiid gonna sit and be like, "Oh, me and Harden can't do it by ourselves. We need others to really show up." Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris had more points than you, buddy. They were balling this series. Tyrese Maxey is the reason why you guys won Game 5. He was the reason why you guys were even in the game in Game 6. And what happened? You're going to sit and talk about, we can't do it alone. Da, da, da. The Sixers will never win because Joel Embiid never wants to take accountability after the season ends. He blames everybody else on the team except himself. Me and James can't win by ourselves. Now, how about you say I did terrible? I wasn't dominant enough. I went 5 for 18. As the MVP, this is unacceptable. We would have been like, I bet. Giannis won his MVP 2 times. He didn't win a ring. In 2021, he won a ring. We would have been like, I bet. He didn't win a ring this year. Might win one next year. He got his MVP. There's nothing else for him to chase except a championship. It would have been like, fine. Go ahead. But no, you're going to blame everybody else. Blame the whole entire city before you take accountability. You're never going to win like that. Ever. In any aspect of life. And speaking about dumb decisions and dumb things players do. 4K Trey Ja Morant. I don't even know what to say anymore. This kid had, literally like 3 months ago, had the same situation where he's flashing the gun in the video on IG Live and he got suspended. 8-game suspension, fine $600,000. Everybody's telling him, yo, you gotta chill. Yo, this is going on. Your dad is going on. He's like, I know. I gotta be better. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Didn't do a single damn thing. Literally a couple months later, same situation. IG Live, flashing the gun. Now everybody's talking about he's gonna have a 15-game suspension, at least 10. It's gonna be a double-digit lengthy suspension, which I am assuming he's gonna get the Gilbert Arenas suspension. Probably less, honestly. Probably have like 20, 25, maybe 30. But he's not going to have 50 games. And it's just so sad to see, bro. Like, somebody has so much potential. Somebody that used to sound so humble. Somebody that used to sound so appreciative and just confident has turned in this whole thing into arrogance and just stupidity, bro. Like, you're about to make $200 and something million, like 231, 280 something, and you're out here trying to be a gangbanger, a thug, a gangster. Like, bro, put that aside. Be like, stop doing that, bro. It makes no sense. You are worth 200 plus millions of dollars. You're about to sign an extension. You have brand deals. You have the John Morant shoes. And you're out here trying to mess all that up for yourself for what? Trying to prove yourself to young boy? And I know young boy just dropped. And I know you was probably sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? Like he over here bopping his head to everything young boy is saying. Like, we're going to see what he going to come out next season screaming. This year was, is a parade in my city? Yeah. We see what he going to say next season. Watch him start jacking. He the richest op. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. If Ja Morant does not come out and start jacking, he's the richest op. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know who else he's beefing with at that point. I don't know why he's doing this. If he's not going to come out screaming he's the richest op, then what's the point of doing this? The way he's moving, you got to be the richest op. You showing your gun, you flashing it, all IG live, everywhere you going. You got people with you. Like, you outside, like, you got to be the richest op the way you moving. Anyways, yeah, I'm tired of this. I don't know what Ja Morant is doing. I used to really like Ja Morant. I love his game, but I used to like the way he moved as a person. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I used to want him in Phoenix. Thank God we didn't get him in Phoenix, because we are already an embarrassment. We do not need any more embarrassments. And I used to want him in New York too, but thank God I got RJ Barrett, because even though he might be garbage, and even though Zion Williamson might be fat and huge and can't play, we cannot afford to have whatever he's doing now in the Garden. And NYPD was not going to let that slide neither. Come out here and flash your gun worth $200 million. Oh, they happy to make you an example, boy. They're going to take you to jail real quick. Like, dead eyes. They make you an example so fast, you going to wish you ain't do that. They might end your career just to be petty. That's how NYPD moving. NYPD sometimes, the way they be moving, when you really, trying to show off and trying to act like they don't exist, oh yeah, they more petty than a bitch. I'll promise you. I promise you, bro. I'm glad he didn't come to New York. I am so happy he didn't. NYPD would have ended his career so fast. Last time, maybe they would have let it slide. Maybe. But this time, yeah, nah, not letting that slide. They gonna lock him up before the NBA found out about it. Yeah, that's how NYPD be moving. Don't try to act like they don't exist. I promise you, they gonna move correct. But anyways, yeah, that's enough of me rambling this chat. It's time for you to let me know what y'all think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk E, and it's time to leave the locker room. I'm gonna catch y'all. Safety.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three. To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection. This is for the win. Got it. Wow. At 7, working against Butler, got down.